What's going on, everyone? So, the Sacramento Kings have officially made De'Aaron Fox available for trade. They are looking to trade him by the February 6th trade deadline. Now, look, they don't need to necessarily rush it. So, if they don't get the right return or they don't get the right package, they can wait until the offseason. So, don't fully expect a trade to get done by February 6th. But if they do get the pieces and they do get what they're looking for in a potential trade for De'Aaron Fox, then I do think that they'll get it done, kind of clear off of it and just kind of see which direction they'll go from there. But adding a guy like a De'Aaron Fox to several teams could really be the difference, for their hopes at potentially winning an NBA championship. Question is, like, how many teams actually need that all-star caliber point guard? That's where the kind of questions are. But a team like Miami, right, could they kind of work something out to where, picks are going to the Sacramento Kings and you're adding like a De'Aaron Fox to pair with a Bam and a Ware, and you probably have to send out Tyler Hero in that. Like, was that something that the Heat would try to do? Lakers obviously make a ton of sense, Klutch Client, but supposedly the Lakers are not on his preferred destinations, which I've always maintained. Obviously, many of you know I have a Laker channel, as it stands Lakers, and I even relate on that channel. Unless he says, I only want to go to the Lakers, he's not going to the Lakers. It's just not happening, right? Because one, Sacramento would probably rather take a lesser package than send him to the Lakers. And two, Lakers don't have this like flushed just asset package that they can deliver. Yeah, you could do something with like Austin Reeves, DK, 2 firsts, and like 3 pick swaps. But compared to teams like San Antonio or some of these other teams, I just don't see them being able to outbid those teams for a potential De'Aaron Fox trade. And even if it's close, right, I think whoever that other team is that's not the Lakers will end up with De'Aaron Fox. So that's kind of where I'm at with the Lakers. So if you're a Laker fan, don't get your hopes up on De'Aaron Fox. But San Antonio, I think he's probably going to end up there. Supposedly, based on the reports that came out, that's his preferred destination. I also think that's the best place to go for him. Don't get me wrong, De'Aaron Fox and Anthony Davis would be the best pairing. If you wanted to win a championship like now, the Lakers probably make more sense than San Antonio this season. But going forward, I think San Antonio has the assets, the salary space, they can make trades. So you can go get De'Aaron Fox. They could still go get another max guy if they wanted to, because Victor Wembanyama is only making $13 million next year and $16 the year after that. So, like, you could go and just push your chips all in and try to go win a championship or two with De'Aaron Fox and Victor Wembanyama as your core pieces. They have plenty of young players that they could trade. Devin Vassell, Keldon Johnson, Jeremy Sohan if they needed to, right? I don't see them trading Castle. I think Castle and Victor Wembanyama are the two pieces that they'll probably hold on to. But beyond that, they could easily go and get another star. They have that picks. They have several like good picks from other teams right now, like Atlanta and stuff like that. So if the Spurs want De'Aaron Fox, guess what? The Spurs are going to end up with De'Aaron Fox, right? And I do think that that's the place that he should go. The question is just like, what is De'Aaron Fox looking for? And then also what does Sacramento want in return? Right? If Sacramento's like, you have to give us, Stephon Castle and all that stuff, then if you're the Spurs, do you really want to do that? Me personally, I think if you're the Spurs, you trade whatever you have to go get a guy, De'Aaron Fox. Again, he's already proven. Stephon Castle has been fantastic, right? But there's still like, is he ever going to be able to become the level of a De'Aaron Fox? He could be better. He could be worse. He could be nowhere close. Who knows? We'll see. Time will tell. But, if he ends up just becoming a role player and you look back 3-5 years from now, it's like, where if you know what you're going to get from De'Aaron Fox, you know what De'Aaron Fox will provide right now, and he solves like 90% of the Spurs' issues, which is crunch time and fourth quarter, right? Like, he's one of the best in the league every year at crunch time and fourth quarter. So I do think that that's something that they really do need to consider, kind of look at. But nonetheless, right, like if you're the Spurs, I think you got to make the push. I think you got to at least do your due diligence. And I think there'll be several teams that'll do their due diligence, right? Houston's another team I fully expect to engage in De'Aaron Fox. I think Houston makes a lot of sense for De'Aaron Fox. He's a clear upgrade over Fred VanVleet. Sorry, I got Laker guys on my brain. Clear upgrade over Fred VanVleet. And that would give you the kind of complementary piece that you need to your young core. You got a young, exciting, athletic team. Is he the thing that leads them to a championship? I don't know. I wouldn't be shocked. But I still question Houston and just their efficiency scoring wise stuff. But a guy like De'Aaron Fox would sew and clean up some of that up. But are there conflicting with like Green and stuff? But maybe you trade Green in that package. Is that something that you look to do? Maybe turn Green into a De'Aaron Fox or something, right? Like there's options, there's flexibility there for them. But beyond that, there's only like a handful of teams that really, one, would probably trade for him, and two, actually need him. And that's also counting, again, where does he want to go? Because he has a lot of power and a lot of say. Yes, he's not an expiring contract this year, but next year he is. And is a team going to sell the farm to go bring in a guy in De'Aaron Fox who just leaves you in the next season, right? At the end of next season, right? Like that's not what you want. Anyone that's going to trade for him or anyone that's going to try to acquire De'Aaron Fox, they're going to want the commitment of like, hey, you're going to be here long term, right? And probably work out a new extension and try to just like keep him for the long haul. Because last thing you want to do, right? Even if you're a team like the Lakers, let's say. You trade Austin Reeves, you trade DK, you give up all your picks, and obviously you'd have to do more for salary filler, but I'm saying like that's the core package. You do something like that, and then he's like, all right, well, I'm leaving in a year, and now you're stuck. Now what do you do? Do you turn De'Aaron Fox into, trade De'Aaron Fox? Sure, maybe, but you're probably not going to get what you just gave up to go get De'Aaron Fox, right? So it's just, if any of these teams are going to have to be very cautious and very careful on how they approach this and make sure, like, does De'Aaron Fox really want to go there? There's always the clutch element, right? Like, can Rich Paul kind of cook up and help him lead De'Aaron Fox to the Lakers? That's something that can end up happening. Saw it before with Anthony Davis, so never say never. But I do think, like I said, if it's the Lakers or something, it's probably very unlikely. If you're a Laker fan, watch this video. If it happens, great. Let's cheer it. Let's celebrate it. We're going to be pumped. Let's go. But don't expect it. Right? Like, if it happens, great. If it doesn't happen, oh well, right? Like, I think he goes to the Spurs. I think the Spurs are probably the best place, best destination for him, and I think that that's the place that he should end up and go. But anyway, as always, this is a discussion, and I pass a question on to you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. What do you think? How do you feel? What are your thoughts? First off, where do you think De'Aaron Fox ends up? Where do you think De'Aaron Fox ends up going? You think it's the Lakers? Think it's the San Antonio Spurs? Think it's the Houston Rockets? You think it's some other team comes out of left field? Do you have like a specific team in mind that you want to see De'Aaron Fox go to? Do you think De'Aaron Fox is that impact guy? Is that real kind of game changer for some of these teams, right? Do you think like he moves the needle enough for a team like the Lakers, for a team like the Spurs, for a team like the Houston Rockets? Or do you think like, nah, it's kind of just more of the same? Again, however you feel, whatever your thoughts are, either way, I would love to hear it. So please let me know down in the comments below. That being said, if you haven't liked this video, hit that like button. Helps me a lot. So we enjoy these types of videos, and I truly appreciate it. Not subscribe channel, hit that subscribe button, turn on the bell notifications. Appreciate y'all. See you in the next one. Thank you.